We are back Wednesday, August 6th with another MLB slate breakdown here. I'm excited. We've had 2 good days in a row, man. Back-to-back winning days for me personally. How have you guys been doing? Have these videos been working for you? Have you been jumping into the site? There's something I want to show you here really quickly. This right here always feels really good to see, man. This always feels really good to see. So here's yesterday. This is what I took. Astros, Rangers, Brewers. We hit the 3-leg. We hit them all as straights as well. So very, very successful there on the day for me. But this is what I love to see, man. This is the win section in the Discord for those who've signed up for RudeBets.com. And just look at how many there are, man. This is all just this is just the last couple days. How many people posting winning slips? How many winning slips there are out there? I could keep scrolling. I can keep scrolling. This is just the last 3 days of people using the site and winning. It just keeps going. It just keeps going. It just keeps going, right? Now we're down. Okay, we're down to the end of last month on the 30th. So many people winning using the site. So if you haven't signed up yet for RudeBets.com, come sign up for RudeBets.com, man. It's exactly why I built the site, was to see that right there, which is people winning using a different form, a different type of research than like the traps that you see on the internet all over the place. Let's get into game 1 here. Orioles, Phillies. And when I say traps, I'm talking about trend-based research. If you guys right now are watching this video and you use trends as your research, I'm sorry, but they got you. If you're looking at like how a pitcher does versus the third batter in the batting lineup as a data point for you to make a decision, or if you're looking at like how teams do over their last 7 games against the spread or whatever, you know what I mean? Any of that stuff. It doesn't matter. You have to look at every single game as an individual instance. That is called a gambler's fallacy. That's like you saying when you're pushing a slot machine like, oh, it's due. No, every single time you push the button, it's the same odds of anything happening, right? So like, it's not like the more times that something doesn't happen, then it's automatically meaning it's going to happen. That's just called the gambler's fallacy. Look it up if you don't know what gambler's fallacy is. Ask ChatGPT to explain it to you. But that's what trends-based research is. It's all just nonsense. So that's why we use this probability modeling to actually find value, to find lines, to go ahead and look at what is the fair value for a guy to get over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, or total bases, or whatever, right? And then from there, when we have the price, it's really easy to find good plays rather than using trends that are ridiculous. So go sign up for RudeBets.com, 25% off, code RUDE right now. This game, we have Orioles actually taking this one, but I don't trust it. I mean, the Orioles, I feel like their Linsanity run is over. This is one where even though the price is good, I mean, I guess you could take it, but I just feel like their Linsanity run has ended, man, especially offensively. They were mega hot going into the trade deadline. And then out of the trade deadline, they were still pretty hot offensively, but it seems like they've cooled off. Yesterday, they couldn't even get after one of the worst pitchers in the MLB in Taijuan Walker. Doesn't really bode well, especially against Ranger Suarez. Although they do have a great pitcher today. Trevor Rogers is their only kind of bright spot on the pitching staff right now. So if you are inclined to take a mega dog here, like a sprinkle on Orioles at plus 144, feel free. It's okay. They probably lose this game, though, even with Trevor Rogers pitching, because look at this lineup, man. Holiday, Westberg, Gunnar, Adley. Nobody's above a 2.87 against Ranger Suarez on the pitch mix rating. And if you don't know what a pitch mix rating is, it is a proprietary algorithm that I've built out on RudeBets.com that incorporates the runs above average for the hitter and the runs above average for the pitcher for all the various pitches that are in their arsenal, with the pitch type frequency being here. So, quick example of how to read this. Ranger Suarez throws 43% of the time a fastball. Jordan Westberg against fastballs is negative 0.54 runs above average, and Ranger Suarez's fastball is negative 0.08 runs above average. So he's slightly better with the fastball, even though both are below average against a fastball or throwing a fastball. So that's a good way to read it. Anything above 2 is really, really solid. 0 is average. So that's how you read it, and then this takes all these factors in and gives you a rating out of 10 for how the batter does versus the pitcher. So 2.87 is almost a 0 out of 10. That's bad. On the other side, Trevor Rogers, I mean, very similar story. Zeros across the board here. A 2 and a 3 are the only kind of real data points we have for pitch mixes on the Phillies today. If we see why, it's because 57% of the time, Trevor Rogers throws a 2.46 runs above average fastball, which I just said, anything over 2 is elite. 57% of his pitches are elite. And then the other 18% are 1.78 runs above average, which is basically elite. And then 23%, 2.95%. Like, you see what I'm saying? His pitch mix is insanely good. Insanely good. So, yeah. Don't really see much happening in this game. If you want to take Orioles as a dog, go for it, but that's about it. Game 2, Giants-Pirates. Giants minus 177 for us here. Robbie Ray versus Andrew Heaney. Giants are currently minus 148. Not bad. Road favorite here, minus 148 is the line for the Giants. I don't hate it. Robbie Ray should have a decent day. I mean, you'll see here, these guys don't do that well against lefties. The Giants against lefties, I mean, we do have negative 32% ballpark factor incorporating the conditions at the stadium today. That's bad. Probably a pretty low scoring game, only 7 total runs. Yikes, right? That's a yikes, if you ask. The yikes for me. Devers 5.44 on the pitch mix. That's okay. Anything above a 5, I'd say is definitely playable. Do I love it? No, I really don't. But he would be the one guy I would take today for like props for hits, runs, and RBIs. It would be Devers. So you could take him maybe even for total bases if you really wanted to get weird with it. You definitely could get away with it. But nobody else really looks that good on the Giants today. On the other side, Leover, Piguero, I mean, looks good on this page, right? But if you actually click into him and see lift the hood back, right? Only 9 at-bats. So anything that's on this page, not really, it doesn't really hold its weight. 32% home run probability, it's based on 9 at-bats. Same with total bases, hits, runs, RBIs, hits, pitch mix. It's based on 9 at-bats. So this is useless data, essentially. So, yeah, if you see a guy whose name you don't really know and he's got crazy projections, just click on his name and look at the number of at-bats. If it's anything below like 40, probably just a fluke little run that they had. So, not much for the Pirates. I think Giants' money line is pretty good today, and Devers is not bad. Game 3, Twins-Tigers. Twins-Tigers. Hold on one second here. Let's see. What I do want to do is tweet this link out real quick. Give me 2 seconds just to tweet out that we're live. Because the Twitch numbers have been down recently ever since I stopped tweeting it out. So, all right. So, Twins-Tigers here. I mean, Joe Ryan's really good. Jack Flaherty. I mean, Twins actually have not looked that bad ever since the trade deadline. Yeah, they got rid of like half their team, but they put up some competitive games recently. What did they do yesterday? Yeah, they won yesterday 6-3. We actually had them winning. I didn't trust it, but we did have them winning. Look, this is it's one of those situations where like a team lost a lot of their players, and now you got young guys who are hungry to fight for a spot that are playing really hard. And the Tigers have been struggling for like a month now, so I don't mind the Twins as a dog again today with Joe Ryan on the mound especially. I don't really know how the Twins are going to score runs. That's the question mark, is where do the runs come from for the Twins? I couldn't tell you. Cody Clemens, high, 17% chance for a homer. Wallner, 15%, but outside of that, I don't really know where the runs are going to come from. Yeah, not too sure. But on the other side, where do the runs come from against Joe Ryan for the Tigers? Carpenter and Green are the easy answers here, but their pitch mixes are all pretty tough. Riley Green with a 1.67 out of 10 here. It's really bad. Kerry Carpenter with a 3.66. He is 4 for 9 with a homer against Joe Ryan, so he does see Joe Ryan pretty well, although the pitch mix doesn't really look that good. So Kerry Carpenter could be a decent option today for some run production. Riley Green, 2 for 5. That's a really small sample size. Even 9's pretty small. 2 for 8. So not a whole lot of data for this matchup here. I guess 4 for 12 for Torkelson. They do see Joe Ryan pretty well, actually. They do hit him pretty well. But Not enough for me to love taking any of these guys for props today. Negative 14% ballpark factor. I do think Twins sprinkling on the money line is not a bad idea, but you got to have some stones if you're going to end up doing that because the Twins don't really have anybody anymore. Game 4, Guardians, Mets. They certainly don't have a bullpen. So the fact that they won yesterday, I mean, maybe we just stay away from that. Mets minus 120, Guardians plus 150. Okay, minus 178 is the line for the Mets, plus 150 is the line for the Guardians. So Gavin Williams going up against David Peterson. What happened in this game yesterday? Guardians won. Yeah. Guardians won this one yesterday too. Interesting. Once again, I mean, a sprinkle on that heavy dog plus 150. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Especially with these pitch mixes. Like, if we're going to be taking these big dogs like this, we want to see a major advantage on the pitch mix, which we don't see here. 3.1, 4.93. It's just not really good enough. On the other side, I mean, Soto looks all right. Pete Alonso looks all right. Fives here. Soto, though, I don't love how Soto's been playing recently. I'd be more inclined to be on Pete Alonso for hits, runs, and RBIs today, or Lindor or Nimmo. Not really anybody for home runs in this game either. I think that's a common theme we're going to see today is generally not entirely great home run weather. Or I guess pitching matchups probably is more the answer as to why there's not that good of home run probabilities. But J-Ram, I mean, obviously great batting average versus lefties. He could be an okay option. I don't see a ton for player props in this game. For being honest, like maybe sprinkling Guardians on the money line, but it's a tough matchup. Really low scoring game. Only 6.39 total runs. Yesterday there was only 5 runs scored. The over-under is 7.5. I mean, maybe going under that, but overall pretty much a boring kind of nothing burger game. Another low scoring game coming up here. Reds Cubs 7.27 total runs here. Cubs are minus 138. Reds are plus 118. Can the Reds get the sweep done? I think they can. Andrew Abbott going up against Cade Horton. Cade Horton has been really good, especially at home. Jay Smoke, thanks for the follow. Abbott's really good too. This has under written on it. What's the total on this game? 7.5? Yeah, probably goes under. What's the ballpark factor? Negative 16% weather here. I just don't see run production in this game either. Two really good pitchers right now. Although Cade Horton, I feel like they could get after Cade Horton. Probably not home runs, obviously, especially in Chicago with negative weather. But, oops, I spilled on myself. Guys like Ellie, Austin Hayes, Spencer Steer's been on a run. I mean, I think Ellie's okay for hits, runs, and RBIs today, but 2.09 total projected. If you can get a hits, runs, and RBIs line for Ellie at minus 150, you should be able to get that. It's not a bad play. On the Cubs today, yikes, right? Kyle Tucker, I guess, but what has he done? Yeah, I don't see where they score runs here today either. A lot of low pitch mixes. Nobody looks that good. This is a pitcher's duel. So I think the under in this game, and maybe Reds is a dog. It's about it. Game 6, Yankees, Rangers. Yankees are minus 138. Texas Rangers are plus 118. Well, that's exactly what we have them at. And then the Yankees have a little bit of tax at minus 138. So there's no value on either side of the money line here. Not a single drop of value on either side of this money line. Trent Grisham looks I mean, Judge looks good with a 7.6 on the pitch mix. 19% chance at a home run, though. At plus 210, I don't think he's worth it. Going up against Jack Leiter. He is 1 for 3 versus him. No homers. Pitch mix looks good. I just don't think Judge is worth a 210 line today for a homer. I think that's a pretty tough line. Same with Giancarlo. Actually, I don't even think Stanton's... I don't know if Stanton's going to play today. Yeah, not too much there. D-backs killed your ML? Damn. I swept yesterday. I was very happy with that. We went over it a second ago, but this is what I took yesterday. Hello? Astros, Rangers, Brewers. Nice little plus 464. And I took each of them straight. So I'll take the sweep any day of the week. Anyways, Bellinger, nah, not much here. Yeah, I think like there's not a ton for the Yankees today. Maybe like Judge or Grisham for hits, runs, and RBIs or total bases. On the other side, Sam Haggerty. Well, who's pitching here? Rodon. Ooh. No wonder these are all so low. This is Wednesdays and Sundays, man, are always just all the good pitchers. So batter matchups are always a little bit tough to come by. Yeah, Rangers are pretty ugly. Yeah, I don't see anybody on the Rangers today, really. Yeah, there's not a whole lot in this game. Maybe strikeouts for Rodon could be decent. What's his line? Rodon strikeouts at 6.5. Ooh, it's minus 156 though. Yeah, not a whole lot in that one. Game 7, Blue Jays Rockies. Here's a good game. 12 total runs projected. Blue Jays minus 232. They're minus 210 right now. Blue Jays minus 1.5. I don't know. It's okay. Gosman going up against Kyle Freeland. Home run wise, well, we got Barger right yesterday and Vladdy. Today, the odds are pretty crazy here. Davis Schneider's at plus 310, and he's the highest. Bo Bichette, plus 420. I don't mind Bo at plus 420. It's not that bad. Bo Bichette's not a terrible option today for a home run. Any of these three, I think you're good with for hits, runs, and RBIs. Any of these three. But the home run odds here are a little bit crazy. But yeah, I think you could focus pretty heavily on these guys for hits, runs, and RBIs today. On the other side, Mickey Moniak, I really like him for a homer today. Yeah, I like Mickey for a homer today. Also, Warming Bernabel, I still think at the plus 630 mark, he's a good option. Hits, runs, and RBIs might be the move, yeah, for sure. I think this still, even though it's only 27 at-bat sample size, I still think Warming Bernabel is a solid option for a long shot homer at plus 630. He still isn't bad. Hunter Goodman, his odds are just not good enough to take today at plus 240, plus 300. He's okay. He should be good for hits, runs, and RBIs, but I like Mickey the best probably here. But Warming is not bad for a long shot. You took him under a hit. He's hitting 444 versus righties. It's only 27 at bats, but I like him, man. I like Warming a lot, actually. I think he's sick. Oh, nice. Best betting advice here, folks. Never bet on Cowboys. You're welcome. I saw a guy on Twitter the other day, right before the Micah Parsons trade, that put like $5,000 on the Cowboys to win 8 games or something, and now he's like, oh, shit. That's funny. Game 8, Rays Angels. Rays. We did take Rays to win last night. They did. Or we did call out Rays winning last night. I don't know. Did I take that? I don't think I did. Did I take that? Yeah. No, Astros, Rangers, and Brewers. I took. I did say the Rays would win yesterday, though. They did. Today, minus 122. There's not really any value on the Rays. There's no value on either side of this money line. Minus 115 is where I have them at. They're minus 122. Baz going up against Tyler Anderson. Yandy Diaz homer today. This is probably my favorite home run play of the day. He is 0 for 6 versus Tyler Anderson. That is true. But his numbers versus lefties, 45% of his homers, 9 homers and 116 at bats, 2.06 total bases per hit, 15% boost in weather. I like Yandy today for a home run. I think his odds are pretty good given the probabilities here. Brandon Lowe, Junior Caminero also looked pretty good today. Lowe, I don't know if Lowe's going to play or not. He's missing lines, so Lowe might not be in. Caminero, his odds are just a little juiced at plus 310. Not terrible, but Caminero's a good option today too. So Yandy and Caminero look pretty good for homers. On the other side, Joe Adele hit one yesterday. Mike Trout, Taylor Ward, they always look around this 20% mark. That's the hard part is like it's a different guy each day for these guys. Between these three, they just kind of take turns hitting home runs. They're always all about the exact same probability. There's never really a good lean between any of the three. So basically, just take whoever has the best odds. Joe Adele's 350. Taylor Ward is not listed, so he's probably not playing. And then Mike Trout is also plus 280. So all pretty similar there. Zach Neto could be a good option today for hits, runs, and RBIs, though. I do like Zach Neto for general props on this team. Game 9, Cardinals, Dodgers. Cardinals at plus 184 with Liberatore going up against Ohtani. Interesting. I don't think there's ever a team worth minus 220, especially now with Liberatore, who's actually pretty solid, man. I mean, he's not that bad. He's really not that bad. There's never any Cardinals we can take on player props. There's just not, so it's not even worth talking about. Will Smith, Ohtani always look pretty good here. But not for home runs. I mean, Liberatore doesn't really give up homers. Ohtani is 0 for 2 versus him. I don't mind the Cardinals at a plus 184 as like a mega long shot, just like a sprinkle. Or if you're taking like a super long shot money line parlay or something. This is one of those games that I feel like most people are, it's going to slip by most people. Ohtani's only going to go about 4 innings. Dodgers bullpen's kind of shaky. I feel like the Cardinals are not a bad move for the value. They probably don't win the game, but I think that there's a much better chance that they win the game than the Dodgers at minus 220. Overall, not a ton I love for player props. I mean, Teoscar's always good versus lefties, but his pitch mix is pretty bad today. Same with Pajes. Same with Will Smith. Yeah, I mean, there's not a ton for player props here, but I do not mind the Cardinals today. Game 10, Astros, Marlins. Marlins at minus 112 as a home favorite. I like that. I like them to get this one back. They just lost 2 in a row. Arrighetti versus Jansen Junk. We talk about it every week. Jansen Junk's pretty good, man. He's only given up like 2 homers on the year. So not too much of a home run threat here from the Astros today. Pitch mixes are all really bad. All really bad. On the other side, though, against Arrighetti, they don't look much better here. You'd need Kyle Stowers or Xavier Edwards to come through, get some hits, runs, and RBIs. This Jacob Marcy guy's been pretty sweet. Only 10 at bats, but he's fun to watch. Guy doesn't swing at anything that isn't a strike, and he hits balls hard. So I like this Marcy kid. I really do. I think he's a fun watch. He could be a good player. But yeah, these pitch mixes are all pretty rough here against Arrighetti. But I don't remember the last time Arrighetti pitched, so. Will today be the day we hit on the challenge? I'm not sure. Not sure. We'll see. I just set it and forget it, man. If it hits, great. It's getting way harder to make that challenge now, too, because the odds are just trashed. The odds are just trashed. You used to be able to put together 4 good players that are all around like plus 400. Nowadays, you got to take some crazy, crazy lines. Today, we actually got away with it because on BetMGM, James Wood was sitting at like plus 550. But usually, like, oh my God, it's hard. Like, look at what we got today. It's not terrible, but usually it's tough. Yeah, I don't mind the Marlins on the money line today. It's kind of the only play I see here in this game. A's Nats. Oh, we can't do this one. A's Nats we have to skip because the Nats are calling up some guy who hasn't pitched. So we don't have any data here, which really sucks because the A's are probably going to go crazy today. You can assume the A's are going to drop 1 million runs. Nats have been allowing just record level runs. Royals, Red Sox. Waka versus Dustin May. Forgot Dustin May's on the Red Sox now. Forgot Dustin Mays and the Red Sox. Negative 22% ballpark factor here as well. Royals as a dog's not a bad play here, actually. I don't mind Royals as a dog. Bobby Witt looks outstanding today. I really like Bobby Witt for total bases or hits, runs, and RBIs. 9.4 on the pitch mix, 2.27 bases, 2.48 hits, runs, and RBIs. Bobby Witt's a great general props play today. Maikel Garcia's, he's okay. Vinny Pascantino is okay as well, but really it's just Bobby Witt here is the play. On the other side, against Waka, Bregman, I'd say Bregman's very similar to Bobby Witt, just a lower pitch mix. Probably clears his hits, runs, and RBIs today. Bregman's probably a good hits, runs, RBIs guy today. Outside of that, Roman Anthony's the only other guy that's above a 5 on the pitch mix. So you could go Roman Anthony too with it, but I would just focus on Bregman and Bobby Witt here with Royals money line. 13 Brewers Braves. Brewers minus 108, Braves plus 108. I'm gonna be honest. I think the Brewers end up losing this game, but the value would be on the Brewers at plus 116 as a dog. They've been playing really good, obviously, but Strider here, I don't know how they're gonna get after Strider today. I really don't know how. A lot of low pitch mixes in this one as well. They'd have to scrap together some runs. I mean, 2.07. They're going to have to score in some weird ways again. Stolen bases, wild pitches, infield singles, sac flies. Like, there's just not really a good path for them to score a lot of runs on Strider today. Against Quintana, though, I mean, also probably not that good of a matchup for them. What's the over-under in this game? Whatever the over-under is, probably just go under it. 8.5, yeah, under 8.5 is the play here, in my opinion. Yeah, probably just an under 8.5 game. Game 14, White Sox, Mariners. White Sox plus 215, man. Cannon versus George Kirby. Like, this is... If you take all the teams that are like the plus 180, plus 200 underdogs, like one of them's going to hit. There's only like 2 or 3. One, maybe 2 of them hit today. You probably could profit on just taking all the mega underdogs. But this is another one where White Sox, yeah, we have them losing the game, but not at a plus 215 odds. That's crazy. And White Sox offense has been pretty good, so I don't mind them as a sprinkle play here as well, plus 215. White Sox on the money line. Cannon's not that good, but he's not that bad. Kirby's okay. Colson Montgomery always looks pretty good. He's on a red-hot heater. Lennon Sosa, Mike Talkman could be good for general props. Probably wouldn't take any White Sox for general props, to be honest, but I just don't think that they're that heavy of an underdog to be plus 215. And on the other side, I don't think that the Mariners are that much of a favorite to be minus 260 today. That's crazy. Maybe you could just take White Sox plus 1.5 even. I don't know. But these pitch mixes against Cannon are pretty solid. Not going to lie. Suarez for a homer looks good. Cal Raleigh for a homer looks solid. I do see how they score runs today. Yeah, some of these guys look pretty darn good. So if you are going to take the White Sox on the money line, it would have to be a sprinkle. I wouldn't do anything crazy on it. But I just don't think that the Mariners are worth minus 260. It's very rare that a team's ever worth minus 200 or more. So this feels like a trap to me in favor of the White Sox. But Suarez for another homer could be decent. And then 15 Padres, Diamondbacks. D-backs are plus 126, minus 148. There's no value on either side of this money line. Cortez versus Anthony DeSclafani. I mean, well, we like that Laureano home run line. Laureano home run looks pretty solid today, plus 456. I do like that. Moniak's props not showing up. Interesting. He's on BetMGM and DraftKings. Anyways, Machado looks pretty good today against DeSclafani. I think Machado's a good general props play today. Yeah, I would ride Machado for general props for hits, runs, and RBIs, or maybe even total bases today. And Laureano would be the home run play here. On the other side, against Cortez, not too much. You're on FanDuel, that's weird. I mean, maybe he's out of the lineup. I'd be surprised. He's going up against a righty. It'd be weird for them to sit Moniak today against a righty. If it was against a lefty, I would understand. But to sit him against a righty doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense that they would sit him against Gosman. Let's see. Yeah, I'd be shocked if they sit him today. If they do, then I guess he just needed a day off, but it doesn't make sense. Yeah, Machado looks pretty good today for general props. I do like Machado. He's 1 for 4 in the last 3 years. But maybe in a longer time frame, he's better. Yeah, a lot of the Padres look pretty good today. I mean, a lot of good pitch mixes, some good hits, runs, and RBIs metrics here. I feel like you could take a few different guys on the Padres and get away with it. But on the D-backs, I don't see too much. Corbin Carroll, no. Tel Marte is decent against lefties, but Geraldo Perdomo could be decent for general props. 328 batting average versus lefties. Not a big home run guy, but he could be a good get a hit guy today. If you want 1+ hits, Perdomo could be solid. Same with Gurriel. But other than that, not too much. Not too much on the D-backs today. Not too much. And there's nothing on the money line. All right, let's look at quick pitchers. So some sevens guy. We got a lot of 7 strikeout guys today. Big strikeout day. Holy cow. Really big strikeout day today. So look into your strikeout props. Baz, Joe Ryan for 7. Gosman maybe for 7. Rodon for 7. Guys at 6 here. Yeah, you got some good options today for 7 strikeouts. And then pitch mixes. Couple guys in the Jays, not really anything, but Bobby Witt, who we already talked about, absolutely love Bobby Witt today. Ramon Laureano looks really good today. Vladdy. Joe Ryan for 8 to 9. Maybe if you want to go longer shot. I think Joe Ryan, I have him capping out here at 7, so maybe he can push up to 8, but Blue Jays may get lit up today. Maybe, yeah. I don't really love the value on them as an underdog or as a minus 250 or whatever, but I do like their offense today, though. Not for home runs, though. That's the thing, is they don't look that good for home runs. Top home run probabilities here. I mean, Yandy's number 1. Peguero's only got 9 at-bats. Cal Raleigh and Suarez look all right. Locklear's only got 4 at-bats. Caminero's solid. James Wood, I think he gets back on the board today. This is the play I'm really interested to see. James Wood has not hit a home run since the home run derby. I really like it. Gavin over 4.5. Yeah, I like Gavin over 4.5, Kenny. Interesting. Yeah, Gavin over 4.5 could happen. His matchup's not that great, but you've been saying that about Wood for 2 weeks. I haven't touched. I think I took Wood once right after the deadline or after the break, but I think today's pretty much it's today or never is kind of the point. He's not going to get much higher of a probability than this, especially the way he's trending. It's kind of today or never for me for James Wood. That's why he's on the 1 to 1,000. And they gave him to me. So on FanDuel, I saw James Wood at plus 330. On BetMGM, he was plus 525. That's huge variance. It's a huge difference. So I took him at the 525. I think it's a good line. James Wood's too good of a power hitter to be sitting with the likes of Nico Horner. You know what I mean? So I think it's worth trying it out today. We'll see. He's on the 1 to 1,000. That's the only place I'll have him. But that's about it. Yeah, I mean, other than that, it's about it. That's about it. Quick question before you go. You talk to people on TikTok? What do you mean? No, I don't talk to anybody on TikTok. I just post my video and that's it. DMs, no. I don't DM anybody. There's 150,000 different accounts impersonating me on TikTok. This is my only account that I use. But if we go like this, Look at this. Look at this. Look at how many people have my name. Well, this isn't even... If you look it up on your phone, there's way more than this. Oh, I blocked them all. That's why. There's new ones that have popped up. I've blocked a ton of them. There's a ton of them. Yeah, there's a ton of them, man. I've blocked like 30 of them, so... Yeah, I'm never gonna DM any of y'all. That's a good thing for anybody on YouTube too. Like, I'm never gonna DM y'all. Right? Careful on Discord. I don't have a Telegram. I'm not DMing you on Instagram. I'm not DMing you on TikTok. I'm not DMing you in Discord. I've DM'd one person on Discord, but it's somebody that's in the server that's in premium, and I just like basically told them they're doing a good job. Like, they're crushing it. I'm never gonna ask you for anything. So, the OG TikTok lives or something else. I mean, those were fun, but you can't go live on TikTok anymore. If I say like anything, I get banned. I've been suspended. I've lost like 4 accounts on TikTok, so I'm on my like 4th or 5th new account. So I'm not going live anywhere but Twitch anymore, and then posting these on the YouTube. So you got to be mega careful with all that. It's crazy how strict they are. It's hard. I can barely even post videos on TikTok now. Like, half the time when I post my videos on TikTok, they get flagged and says like, this video's not going to circulate on the For You page. Delete it. It breaks guidelines. I'm like, I haven't even said anything. I'll be like, oh, I think this guy's hitting a home run. That's why like I don't even say anything about lines. I don't say anything about like betting at all. It's just 100% baseball focused. I don't know. It's hard. Trying to CCP. I don't know why they're so strict on like the gambling realm. You can't even get close to talking about it. It's legal. Why can't I talk about it? It's literally legal. And then the part that drives me absolutely insane is TikTok allows paid ads from gambling companies like PrizePicks, Chalkboard, like all those companies, all the DFS companies. They literally do paid ads on TikTok. So TikTok takes their money. They allow them to advertise to their users. But then if I post a PrizePicks slip on TikTok, I get banned. What? Doesn't make sense. But yeah. All right, I'm going to head out. Good luck today, y'all. We get this up on the YouTube. So go look up Rude Bets on YouTube if you haven't yet. The full streams are on there. Yeah, good luck today. Let's have another sweep today. If you haven't joined yet, come join the Discord. We're doing this stuff again, man. We are going crazy again. Like I said, these are all wins from just like the last few days. Look at this guy. Buzzy, he joined again for the first time in a couple months. First day in, 5-0, plus 4.4 units, 87% ROI. Like, come on, man. Come join rudebets.com. I'll catch y'all there. Peace out.